So guys, it's a bittersweet day. I'm getting rid of my Tesla Model 3. I say bittersweet because I like this car in general, and I did like the company up until recently, and had a lot of fun in this car, and I was an early adopter. This is a 2019, and anyways, there's many reasons for why I'm getting rid of it. But the main reason is it's absolutely useless in sub-zero temperatures. And where we live here in British Columbia, Canada, does get below 0 Celsius. And if this car sees that 0 Celsius or less, it's basically unusable. And what I mean by that is you can't open the damn doors on it. The door handle design is completely crap for sub-zero temperatures. Water gets in there, frost develops, ice develops, and it's frozen shut and you can't open your door. Another thing that freezes is the door, the window. It freezes up here, and in order to open this window, this window has to go down about an inch to clear that frame. And if it freezes up there, you can't do that. I've also noticed these foldable mirrors freeze, and also the charging port freezes. Now, people say that, oh, you can just turn on the heating in your app and run the hot air, and then eventually these handles will thaw out. But the reality is you can run this thing for 15 minutes at full, and these handles will still be frozen shut. May help the windows a little bit, but these door handles are just frozen shut. And what we've done in the past is we've taken some lukewarm water and we've poured it over here to thaw them out, and then we could open the door. But then what happens when you're driving and it's below 0, this will refreeze, and then you're essentially locked in your car. Anyways, it's a dumb design. Tesla had so many years to fix it. They could have put in a heater coil in here and had it so this would warm up if you were to warm up the car, but of course they didn't do that. So that's the main reason that we're just tired of this car, and we just want a car that has normal door handles and, you know, doesn't require babying. Another issue that I've hated about this car from the very start is that it gets condensation in its lights. You'll get moisture buildup in here, and then you'll see water droplets, and this will happen with those, and it will also happen with the fog lights in the front. So as you can see, I've tinted them so I don't have to look at that, but again, they've had more than 5 years to fix this issue, and they haven't, and they're still pumping out Teslas, that have the same light design that still gets the same condensation. And sure, they redesigned the Model 3 now, where they have totally different lights, but I'm talking about this design. They did absolutely nothing about that, and it's really the only car I know that does that gets condensation in its lights. Drives me crazy. And actually, I did notice on some days it does actually get a little bit of condensation inside the headlights. So get some fogginess in there. It does dissipate eventually, but still, how the hell is that stuff getting in there? Now, speaking of condensation, this is also an issue with the cameras. So there's a camera on the front, there's cameras on the side, there's these cameras, and they get condensation in them too. And then you get a message on the screen saying that your camera's blocked, and in order for it to do basic functions like self-driving, it would need to see. So you can see on this one it's a little bit it's hard to see, it's not focusing, but there's condensation there right now. So I'll get a message popping up that the camera's obstructed, and now that Elon's taken out the radar to help the visual aids for self-driving, this car can essentially be driving blind. So that's another thing I do not like about this car. So I'm just trying to think if that's all. There are other issues with it. Sometimes the app doesn't connect. So if you haven't used the car in a while and you try and connect with the app in order to preheat your car for 20 minutes so you can drive it, the app won't connect, and it's just a spinning wheel death. So you actually have to go out there and physically press the door handle open while you have your app connected, and somehow it connects that way. But kind of stupid. Like, I think they could figure this stuff out. It often loses connectivity. Like right now, it doesn't know who the heck I am. See, I press the door handle and it's showing me that I need to use my car to unlock, which doesn't make any sense because I have my app with me. So, come on, Tesla, get with it. So, we're gonna get rid of this thing. It's unfortunately time. I've just had it. This is the 5th year we've had it, and I just can't live with it during the winters. Anyways, we're gonna pick up a Jeep instead. So if you're thinking of buying one of these Teslas, I don't know how the new Model 3s are. They probably fixed obviously the light issue on them, but they still have the same stupid door handles. So if you're living in a climate where it gets below 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit, I urge you to reconsider. Unless you have a garage. If you have a garage, it's all good. But if it's sitting on a driveway outside and subject to, freezing and stuff like that, then I urge you to reconsider. One last thing I forgot to mention that also drives me crazy is this generation of the Model 3 that we got has chrome design around the windows and on the door handles. But what's happening is this chrome is actually peeling away. See that? So when you open your door handle, you cut yourself on the sharp metal. So anyways, it's doing it to both these handles. So I contacted Tesla, and of course it's after warranty. It's going to cost $700 to replace those two handles. Stupid, right? So that's another thing I just thought of. Lastly, I must say, inside when you're running the climate control, there's a lot of weird, odd sounds that come out of that car, clicks and bangs, and I also sometimes hear a bang when I'm driving it in cold weather coming from underneath the car, and I've been told by Tesla it's just a battery tray, which is metal, and as it expands and contracts with different temperatures, sometimes it will make a banging sound. So it's kind of shitty for an expensive car to have to put up with that. So anyways, those are two other issues I just thought of. And lastly, and I think this goes for all electric cars, if you're living in a cooler climate or a cold climate, the range is nothing like they advertise for these cars. So, they say it can get 400 kilometers, and you're getting something like 330 on it. And if it gets colder outside, you might even get less than that. So it's really best case scenario, you'll get what they advertise. So we are switching to a gas car again. Maybe the hybrids are a good option, but a full electric, I think they have a ways to go before they're a viable option. Range anxiety and finding charge stations aside. And I must say, another reason I'm selling this car is that right now Tesla has a really bad reputation, thanks to Elon Musk and buddying up with Trump and doing weird hand gestures that look like a Nazi salute. That aside, I think he's really distracted with the company, and instead of focusing his attention on bettering the company, he's now focused on political ambitions. So I really don't know what the future of this company will be. I also have Tesla stock, which I'm slowly unloading. I'm afraid that's gonna start falling with such bad reputation that this company has received recently. So no regrets, had my fun with it. Drives like a dream, I must say. That's the best thing about this car. It's one of the fastest cars I've ever driven, one of the best handling cars I've ever driven. It's a great looking car. but it really is best for warm states like California where it was designed. Thanks for watching, guys, and letting me vent.